Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Way of the Brush with me, your host, Kris, aka the Name Butcher, aka Hey You, Get Off My Lawn, aka Kris, you're being creepy again. Way of the Brush, the most informative 120 minutes on the internet on the wargaming lifestyle. We'll talk about painting, terrain, conversions, and just about anything under the sun. First-time viewers, feel free to ask your questions in the chat, whichever direction it might be in for you. And of course, if you're watching this after the fact, you can submit your questions to Kris at wayofthebrush.com. It is in the description below, as well as a link to wayofthebrush.com. Central hub of all this silliness has links to all the social medias, as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there 24/7, so feel free to join us there. We only have one rule in the Discord. Don't be a dick. That's it. It's the only rule. That's the only rule. Otherwise, anarchy reigns, apparently. Also, in the description below, you'll find links for t-shirts. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see it down below as well. T-shirts. Want to look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world? They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt, and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, which is also at wayofthebrush.com. And because it's nice to put a name to the face and a face to the name. Also at wayofthebrush.com, you'll also find a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do. And so a huge thank you to all my patrons and new patrons and returning patrons and, everybody who's willing to help contribute to the channel and help me to continue to do what it is. Of course, if you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, all that interactions with the videos, commenting and ringing the bells and, all, like, just smash the keyboard. It all appeases the algorithm god. Algorithms for the algorithm god is basically what we pray to, apparently. And so, big thank you to everybody who does that. All it takes is a couple clicks of a button. You're helping me out a great deal. Excuse me. Got caught in my throat. Big thank you to Carl, Guide Me Your All for Beer and Blood Bowl. That's his YouTube channel. Check it out. If you love yourself some beer and you love yourself some Blood Bowl, Beer and Blood Bowl is where it's at. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for creating the email jingle to play before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my baby brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the begin and end of the show. Always much love to my baby bro Evan. If you're into rare comics, EB Comics, it's in the description below. Rare comics. Like rare. Like the kind of rare that you feel like you got to put on the Stetson hat, the leather jacket, You're conversing with your maps and you're like, oh, here's the clue. Here's the comic I need. He's the guy. He's basically that temple of comics, of rare comics that you see. I don't know where I was going. It was kind of an Indiana Jones thing I was running with, but it kind of all fell apart. Anyway. Who's joining us today? I can see Ghost of Starman Deluxe. Monkey Time. Had to drop out early for dinner last week. Okay. You don't have to make excuses. I mean, I realize people come and go. It's okay. It's not like this is a seminar or, a lecture. Although I suppose sometimes it does feel like I am lecturing people at times, but that's because I'm old. Sir Peanut Butter, morning. Kris Peeps, morning. Fire Drake 18, hello peoples. Hello. Ebb and Flow, sup everybody? Sup. Ghost of Starman Deluxe picked up Savage Orc Boss at the recently opened Nottingham branch of Element Games today. Got a sprue of World War II bolt action Germans thrown in for free. So that was pretty cool. Cool. Yeah. Bolt action. I like bolt action. I've never played it, but I mean, it's World War II. And, it's kind of a, I don't know what the word I'm looking for there. It's like one of those leaping off points for anybody who's kind of, has any kind of interest in any of this kind of wargaming stuff. It's usually folks with a historical bend, right? And who kind of, who are into history and stuff like that. It seems like that's a pretty common thing amongst a lot of wargamers. Not the painters. Painters is different, but the wargamers a lot tend to, gravitate towards historicals, stuff like that. At least in my experience. I don't know, I could be way off. But I don't think so. I'm pretty confident in that opinion. Ben Ellis, hello all. Hello, Ben. Yeah, so today, it's a Saturday like any other. We're just going to sit around, talk some wargaming, some painting, answer questions, read some emails. We'll also have a peek at the Instagram. And of course, it is a Saturday that I usually do this show. And of course, Saturdays typically are a big G-Dub release. And so, yeah, we'll have a quick peek at that, see what they got to offer this week. Fire Drake 18, one demerit assigned to Ghostman for leaving chat for food. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have to keep a scorecard whenever we get a demerit. And then you get like a little star. Stick a little star in your forehead. That, when you do something good. Little shiny little gold star. Why not? Why not? Why not? Ghost of Starman. Oops. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, people, tune in, tune out, have me in the background, aren't really paying attention, That's fine. That's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings. It's not like I need everybody to be hanging on to my every word. Because that would seem to imply that, what I think I have to say is important. And I mean, we're talking about little plastic dude men and the application of color onto said surfaces. So, I try not to take myself too seriously in that regard. I'm usually sitting here playing with my toys, right? Little nurglings. I had this busted out the other day. And models, right? Pew, 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 pew. That's what I do all day. This is what I do all day. This is why I don't get any work done. Sitting here playing with my toys. Got all sorts of action figures. I even got this action figure over here. I don't know if I talked about this one, because I picked this guy up for a fair price. In fact, I think I got it from McFarlane. If you go to their website, you go and you pick him up. But anyway, he's the close combat duder. So we are going to work on him at some point. Mr. Gim was kind enough to send me some third-party bits. So he sent me a sword and a power fist. So we're gonna slap a power fist on that guy, I think, and that sword. And then who knows? Maybe the bolt pistol and chainsaw will go to somebody else. Who knows? Who knows? It's completely up in the air. Matthew Perez, good morning, Kris and fellow monkeys. How is everyone doing? Well, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing well. I can't speak for all the other monkeys, but they seem to be in good spirits. Ghost of Starman went and picked up my Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar today. Exciting stuff. That's cool. I'm not familiar with the Star Wars Advent Calendar, though. I don't really pay attention to Advent Calendar and stuff like that. But, cool. I mean, if you're fired up, then I'm fired up for you. Broker, episode 362, playing with my toys. Yeah, pretty much. Ben Ellis, application of color on surfaces helps more people in more ways than you might think, Kris. Thank you. Well, yeah. I mean, like, whatever, I guess, if I can help you be a happier, more efficient painter, then, yeah, I'll call that a win. Yeah, that's really about it. It's, it warms the cockles, as they say. Maybe in the subcockle region. Fire Trick 18, share your toys, Kris. I call next. I got all sorts of toys. I I got action figures. I got stuffies. I got plushies. I've got lightsabers. I've got all sorts of toys. Even things that aren't toys. I've got toys. I've got all sorts of toys. When I was younger, like a much younger fella, and I'm sure probably a fair amount of you are probably in a similar boat, that we played with toys, getting into preteen kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, we still had some of our favorite toys, even if we didn't have like a huge collection of toys. We still had some toys that, you just kind of liked having around, and you know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's kind of a similar type of thing, it's these silly little things that bring us just a little bit of joy, and why not? I mean, like, it's silly, it's fun, you know what I mean? It puts a smile on my face. I leave them right here on my desk. I was going to put them on my shelf, but I mean, I like them on my desk because anytime I feel like I need to squish something, I can squish a little nurgling. And so, why not? Just squishy, squishy, squishy. He doesn't make any sound, though. I think it'd be annoying, though, if he did have like a squeaker in him or something. Then, yeah, I'd probably more likely to give it to my dog and let my dog play with it. But anyway, I digress. Ghost of Starman. Basically, there's a little mini Lego build behind each door. Wow. Man, that sounds like quite an advent calendar. I'm gonna look. Okay, you know what? You've piqued my interest. Not that I'm gonna get one. Lego Advent Calendar. Can we spell calendar right? No, we cannot. Is it the Star Wars Lego? The Harry Potter Lego? Fuck, there's a whole bunch. God damn, there's a whole bunch of these things. Which one'd you get? The Star Wars one? Oh, look at the little Star Wars one. They're little footballs. Anyway. Oh, it's got like the Mando ship. It's got a speeder. I don't know what those things are. An X-Wing, a TIE Fighter. Man, it's got even Slave 1. Apparently they're changing the name of Slave 1, eh? Oh, IG-88. Oh. Yeah, apparently they're changing the name, eh? I don't know what they're going to call it, but yeah. Apparently, anyway. As the rumors go. Lord Krabby, sup. Ben Ellis, escapism is never a bad thing, and the rabbit hole is deep and varied here. Yeah, escapism. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that term, though. Because escapism would seem to imply that the situation you're in, you need to get out of, right? You need to escape from it. And that just seems rather final, right? As opposed to being more of a distraction. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to escape with the little guy. I just want to squeeze him a little bit. Throw him around the room. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need him to escape from my woes or, anything like that. I get what you're saying, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of that term. He needs something in his mouth, like a cigar or something. I guess you can't really encourage kids to start smoking or anything. I guess apparently that's a bad thing. I guess apparently. Anyway. Matthew Perez, speaking of favorite toys, I found my RX-78-2 Gundam that I built when I was a kid. Coworker got me a new Gunpla kit of the same model. Screw it, let's build it today. Yeah, let's build it, man. Let's build it. Why not? Lord Krabby, speaking of escapism, did anyone, including Kris, see the new Lightyear trailer? The new Buzz Lightyear? Yeah. I'm not terribly fired up. Does Buzz Lightyear need a reboot? I guess is what it is. It's a prequel. but not because it's more like telling it like Lightyear as if he isn't a toy, or that he is the person that the toy's based off. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm not fired up for it. Same with like the Eternals. The movie, it just came out this weekend. I am absolutely zero interest in seeing it. I'm not going to go see it. Unless, of course, my son desperately wants to go, and I don't know. Then I guess I'll go. But I'm not fired up for it at all. At all. No, I'm just... Again, I think my superhero fatigue is like in full swing now, because like I have zero interest in the superhero shit. Even the DC stuff. You know? All this stuff. It's just... Yeah. I no. Especially after sitting through something that is such a great experience and reminds you of why we go to the theater after watching Dune. Yeah. I mean, like, it's bringing a bit of art back into cinema. An experience like Dune. Whereas these superhero movies, they are what they are. They're you know, cash grab on, you know, IP. And that's fine. But, you know, I'm personally, I'm tired of it. I'm getting really, really tired of it. Ghost of Starman. The Star Wars one is what I've got. Yeah. Oh, cool. So you're gonna have like all these little Star Wars bonums running around. That's cool. That's cool. Sid Tyler. Fire spray, apparently, which is dumb because it's the ship's class. They're gonna call it the fire spray. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, it should have kind of an aggressive name. I'm not sure, you know, why his ship was called Slave One in the beginnings, but, you know, like how they came up with that name. I don't know, because it sounded kind of badass. I don't know. I don't know what George was thinking. But fire spray, you know, I guess it sounds kind of aggressive and, you know, Mandalorian, I suppose, but yeah. Fire Trick 18. Hope everyone has seen Army of Thieves. I have not seen Army of Thieves. I was, you know, I was mostly okay with Army of the Dead. That wasn't bad. And Army of Thieves seems to be like a prequel for like one of the characters who, you know, admittedly was quite hilarious. But yeah, I haven't checked that one out though. What did we just watch on Netflix? I can't remember what the hell we were just watching on Netflix. Something just came out on Netflix and we were watching it. Oh, Big Mouth. Yeah, I was watching Big Mouth last night. I watched Big Mouth and then I caught my episode of Foundation. So I'm all caught up on Foundation. That's a good show. That's a good show. I'm enjoying that. I'm out of the forest, as it were, as far as, you know, following along as to what and where and who's and what and, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying Foundation. Foundation's really good. And C. I've been enjoying C as well. That one's really, really interesting. I was actually very pleasantly surprised by that show, C. With Momoa and what's his nuts there? The guy, you know, Batista. That's it. You know, the guy from that thing. That's actually a documentary on Netflix. It's actually a really good one. That guy from that thing. It's all about, you know, these, you know, little known character actors who are like in every movie kind of thing. It's pretty good, interesting one. Anyway. Crap, where am I? Ghost Starman. I think the thing about the Slave One name change was a mistake. If I recall, there was a little toy or something that called it Boba Fett's ship so parents would know what it was. Interesting. Give that nerdling a fat blunt. He is green after. Oh, fat blunt. That's actually a really good idea. A fat blunt. I'm sure everybody at Koyo and Games Workshop would really appreciate me promoting a nurgling with a little fucking doobie in his mouth. Lord Krabby. I mean, ship stuff is pretty cool. I mean, from the trailer, shrug. For what? The Star Wars? Book of Boba? Finally, we got a trailer for that. Finally. Yeah, and I like that the trailer didn't give us too much. You know, just let us know that it's happening. Pretty much just let us know that it's happening. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Book of Boba. That's one I'm looking forward to. Can't wait. Of course, can't wait for another season of Mandalorian. Can't wait for all these little Star Wars projects they got coming out. I mean, you know, I'm as big a Star Wars nerd as the next person, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Sid Tyler, you and everyone else, Kris, LOL. Eternals is certified rotten. Did it not do good? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of early to tell if it didn't do well because it just came out like yesterday, right? So it's usually not until Monday, Tuesday that they release how it did domestically and all that other jazz. But again, that really doesn't really say much for the film because there's movies that have performed poorly at the box office yet were good movies, you know, and they don't find their audience until years later, right? So, yeah. But I'm not defending Eternals. I mean, like, again, I'm kind of tired of it. Says Tyler, I'm hyped for Dune, part 2 of Dune. I almost want it to end when I almost didn't want it to end when it did. Like when the realization hit me, I was like, oh no. Yeah, I was the same way. Because I was like, I wasn't looking at my watch, although I was hitting that point where my ass was starting to kind of get a little bit tired, and I was like, I need to get up and stretch, and you know, and I was like, damn, this has got to be drawn to a close, and it was, you know, it's building and building and building, and I'm like, yeah, this has got to be ending soon, and then sure as shit, yeah, ending credits roll, and it's like, ah. But right at the very beginning, it says part 1. It's like, okay, but yeah, part 2, you know, I'd imagine like if he was really gonna, you know, draw this out and really give it the love that it needs, I would not be shocked if he made it this first book a trilogy, and then, you know, the talk is that he wants to do Messiah after completing this. Man, I mean, like, could you imagine? Like, he just, you know, because like Villeneuve he's not an old guy, he's not young either, but you know, so he could hang in there for a while, and you know, especially if he really, really loves this stuff. And I mean, like, you know, filmmakers, people who want to make movies or even short stories, cartoons, anything like that, right? They should always assign these projects to people who love and understand the source material. They shouldn't give them to anybody who, you know, who is coming into the meeting saying, yes, here's how we're going to make $100 million off our $500 or $500,000 investment, right? We're going to do this, we're going to promote it, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And doesn't talk about the actual project and material, and you know what I mean? Those kind of people should not have anything to do with, especially beloved franchises. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine somebody who they would say, let's pretend that a Warhammer 40,000 movie, live action, is in the works. Would you want some big blockbuster director to direct it? Or somebody who might be unknown, but is a thorough nerd for this stuff? Right? I'm going to side with the nerd on that. Because they're going to stay true to the source material. And of course, if they can tell a good story as well, right? But, you know, that's another issue. But yeah, Dune is just fantastic. I'm toying with the idea of going to watch it again and again and again. Where the hell am I? Bleep bloop. Evening now. Evening. Ebb and flow. Nurglings should be open to all blessings from Nurgle's garden, right? Yeah, they should. Nerdlings, yeah, totally. Sid says, I don't know about making it a trilogy. There's a lot of story, but I don't know if it's enough to split into 3 parts. And there's more books that should be adapted into film if you want to take or wanted to anyway, like Messiah. Yeah, well, Messiah. The rumor is that he wants to do Messiah, and whether or not he wraps it up in part 2 of this first book, or if he breaks it into 3. It all depends. Again, because I mean, like. In this first movie, it differs very greatly from the previous film, which, condenses the whole story into, a 2-hour format, which, it's really, really dense. Whereas Villeneuve's vision varies greatly, and in fact is more about just a few of the characters and just telling mostly like an Atreides side of the story, right? Like we get a little bit of what the Harkonnens are up to, but like we get nothing really of what the Emperor's up to, and you know what I mean, like all that, the Navigator, you know what I mean, like it mostly is very Atreides centric, and you never know. Like the second movie, I mean, if they wanted to, break this up into 3 parts, they could easily do it, because the second film could be more of like the Empire or the Emperor and the Harkonnens, and you know what I mean, and give us more of that stuff, right? Well, especially while time passes as Paul's in the desert, and then if you had a third film, well, then of course that's the beginning of the Holy War, right? So, yeah. But anyway, Disco Nerd may know story, but probably won't direct a good film. No, but I'm saying though is like they've got to be equal measures of nerd, director, storyteller. You know what I mean? Like all these facets, of course, to make a good movie. But I'd rather trust somebody like who was a nerd for the material over somebody who had proven success. Like what's his nuts? Michael Bay. Somebody like that. Michael Bay directing a Warhammer 40,000 film. Okay, you can already see how that's going to go, right? I mean, like, you guys can already see how that's going to go. Just by throwing those 2 things at you, your brains are already alight with all sorts of imagery on what the hell that would look like, right? So that's what kind of thing I'm talking about. Is not a commercial success blockbuster type of director, but somebody who's going to stay true, who has an artistic vision and will stay true to the source material. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Lord Krabby. It's like James Cameron Avatar. I think it's the same premise if it's made with love. Yeah, see, and Avatar, like I liked Avatar. Say what you will about Avatar. I liked it. I thought it told a complete story. Does it warrant a part 2 and apparently a part 3? No, I don't think so. And I've been asking this question ever since the rumors started flying about Avatar 2. I was like, really? It's kind of hard, you know what I mean? Like, because there's so many parallels to be drawn from the first Avatar film. And the way it ends is kind of like basically where we are in our current situation, right? Through the metaphors that the movie's, portraying, right? And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, well then that's probably why a lot of people miss the point of the film. But anyway, yeah. So, but did it need a part 2 or even a 3? No, absolutely not. It does not need a part 2. I don't even know where the hell I am. Bleep bloop. Love Dune so much. Hope it isn't 2 years to wait for the next part. I think it is, because I think it's 23, isn't it? It's 23 when they're slating for its release. Bleep bloop. Oh wait, no. Fire Drake. Just let James Cameron direct everything. Problem solved. Now, don't get me wrong. I like James Cameron work. There's probably only 1 or 2 films of James Cameron that I'm like, meh. Everything else, totally. Now, okay, if James Cameron was to direct a Warhammer 40,000 film, what would be the defining characteristic of that film? If you know James Cameron films and you've watched all his work, there is a unifying element across all his movies, almost all his movies, with the exception of maybe Titanic. But even Titanic, it might slip in here and there. Oh yeah, it does. Yes, it does. But anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, write it down below. Bleep bloop. I wonder if Messiah is a crossover hour between Dune and Children of Dune. I don't know, because Children of Dune, yeah, from what I understand. I mean, Messiah, like telling the story of Dune and then not following it up with Messiah feels like a lot of people might not get the full picture of what is being told or the point of the story of Dune, which is what Denis is doing with Dune. He's building up to this point of the film, right? Of what the main, he's distilled basically the main story of what Dune is about, the moral of the story, as it were, right? So, yeah. Matthew Perez got a new soundbar coming in on Monday, so looking forward to watching both versions this coming week with some proper audio getting pumped out. Pumped out? The audio is just pumping out, or what? This movie's banging. Fire Drake 18. Never trust a nerd. Never? I don't know. It's so absolute. Never. I mean, be cautious. Might want to rein their enthusiasm in a little bit, but never trust. I don't know about that. Because you can always trust a nerd to do nerd things. Lord Krabby. It also reminds with James Dunn and Christopher Nolan. Their personal lives may not be great, but man, can they make great movies. Well, the personal lives, like, that's, and again, Dune is kind of to this point. The personal lives of these people that we elevate, we hold up on a pedestal, you know what I mean? Like, we look up to. We forget they're just people. They're just people. Men and women, right? Nobody's perfect. They will make mistakes. And looking up to great artists, songwriters, musicians, artists, anybody in general, politicians, right? Anything. They're only human. They're not infallible. And they will have made mistakes. People change. In their youth, they might have made some pretty shitty decisions. They've probably made, or tried to make amends, hopefully, for those past errors. Hopefully. If they're a good person. If they're not a good person, well then, But, like, for example, I always go to this example because he's a pretty good example of it. Pablo Picasso, right? Fantastic artist. Genius. Was he a good guy? Very debatable about his personal life, his habits, right? If you only looked at him through that lens of inappropriate behavior and, things he's said and done, what have you, and then look at his art and judge his art through that lens, then yeah, you're gonna throw away all that vision and that ingenuity and the thing that inspired so many other people, right? And so where do we go in separating the person from the work? And when we're looking at artistic endeavors, I think the artist should always have some separation. Sure, there can be an umbilical cord, and we're not quite, cutting an umbilical cord or anything like that, but there is a separation between the two. They can have great art and produce things that inspire and, all these, whatever positivity you want to attribute to it, right? There is that. And then there's also the person who created it, who, could have been a rotten human being. And so where do we go, right? And yeah, I think that's probably something that, I think future generations will have to figure out and work out and, you know, come to some sort of conclusion, right? Especially when looking at art, how do you separate the artist from the art? Should we view art by separating the artist from the art? Or should we, always look at them mesh together as one? That you can't enjoy the art of a particular artist because the artist was a douchebag, right? Or vice versa. The artist was a really great humanitarian, did a lot of charity work, but they plagiarized their art. They were uninspired, derivative, right? So do we hold this person up for being a really great person, even though their art if it was plagiarized, that's a crime, right? Where do we go? Where do we go? So, anyway, personally, I am, for the most part, I separate the artist from the art. For the most part. I mean, it helps to, understand the artist in what motivated them to pursue visions and things like that. But otherwise, I would not want to model my life after Picasso. He's not a role model in that regard. His artwork is inspiring. That's about it. Lord Krabby, yeah, like Salvador Dali and Andy Warhol. Hey, at least they weren't Seville. But you're right. It's hard not to not, but forgiveness comes to those who add it. But again, James Dunn, Suicide Squad was good. Yeah, the new Suicide Squad, yeah, that was hilarious. That was fun. Yes, it feels very Guardians of the Galaxy, but I enjoy Guardians of the Galaxy. And I like Guardians of the Galaxy because they're not really, like, they are superheroes, but not really, right? Like, they're just a group of misfits, really, is what they are. And same with Suicide Squad. It's a group of misfits, right? So, and honestly, a group of misfits, it's kind of relatable. You know what I mean? Like, any of us who have a close group of friends, right, who are a collection of weirdos, yeah, and that's fun, and that's great, and I mean, you get in adventures and you have some laughs, and yeah, you might piss somebody off, but you know what? Anyway, Lord Krabby, because he was huge nerd and he was very good at telling just a good medium. Yeah, again, it's all about, leave these properties, like these franchise properties, put them in the hands of people who love the material. Like Filoni and Favreau. Like, I don't understand why Disney just doesn't say, okay, you know what? You guys are the guys in charge of overseeing consistency across all of the Star Wars projects, because Filoni and Favreau love the source material, apparently, right? Filoni especially loves the source material and knows it in and out. I don't know why he would not be involved with, all of the Star Wars projects. Especially that way, they can have a very unified vision. It's kind of like how, under all of the Marvel stuff, right? Feige is the one who oversees all the Marvel projects, right? Star Wars should be the same thing, so that all the projects have a similar vibe. Now, that doesn't mean that there's no room for artistic vision and seeing a different way to do things. For example, like Rogue One. Rogue One is a really good film. It feels very much part of Star Wars. It doesn't take away from any of Star Wars. In fact, it just adds more. And there's some really great scenes, and especially the way shots are filmed. And you know what I mean? Like, it's a good flick in that regards. But yeah. Anyway. Ghost of Starman Deluxe. We should throw all art in the trash, regardless of who made it, because all humans are evil. I have spoken. Well, there we go. And that's Ghost Starman Deluxe. All art should go in the garbage. It doesn't matter because humans are inherently evil. And he's spoken. So there we go. He is the Starman. Ghost, have you watched Starman? The movie Starman? I'm curious. Is that where the name comes from, or is it something else? You know what that name, like, because that name, it's so damn long that I'm inclined to believe that it comes from something, some other piece of fiction or whatever, right? But anyway, but have you ever watched Starman? Jeff Bridges? What's her name? Oh, I can't remember. Carrie Allen, I think is her name. The actress who plays alongside him. Anyway, Starman. Have you seen it? It's a good flick. It's a good movie. Sid Styler. There's probably someone out there who actually believes that. Yeah. Maybe. Legion. How are the Eldar flyers coming along? Which flyers? These flyers? Or... Hold on. Let me hold my shrink ray. Womp, 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 womp. Or these flyers? Are we talking about these flyers? Or these flyers? We'll do it in 3D. Anybody who doesn't get that reference, it's an old Canadian show. Anyway. How are they coming along? Assembly. Painting. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm going to paint my flyers Samhan. The Space Marine stuff, I'm up for suggestions. I mean, I'm stuck between two, but if somebody else throws another idea out there, I might gravitate towards that. I'm either going to go Crimson Fists or Howling Griffins. I know, shocking. I realize, yes, I know. But, yeah. Ghost of Starman Deluxe. The name comes from a game called Earthbound. There's a group of enemies that all have names based around Starman. I took Ghost of Starman and Starman Deluxe and mashed the two together. Oh, okay, cool. Interesting. Have no idea what Earthbound is, but that's cool. Legion, are you also doing Samhan with them? Yes. My Aeronautica flyers, yeah, they'll get painted Samhan. I'm not painting them anything else. I don't know if I will do tutorials on them. I might work on them during live streams, but yeah. And as far as the Space Marine stuff, yeah, I mean, I think I'm mostly going to go with Crimson Fists. I think. Maybe. Possibly. Ben Ellis. Griffins will remove what sanity remains. I don't know. I mean, like, quartering up the plane, like, especially the, what is this stupid craft called? A Storm Eagle? Storm Raptor? Anyway. Yeah, so quartering it, I mean, like, you just pick a point about the center, right? So, like, there's this center column that comes down and ends about halfway on the plane. That's about where I would draw, the dividing, the quartering. And then go from there. And just draw a straight line down, come around. Yeah, that's about the center of gravity. And yeah, it would get picked out like that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I say that now. And if I actually tried it, I'd probably lose my sanity. But but right now, I'm saying, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just to quarter the son of a gun up. Especially if I was really clever, I'd probably just simply mask off and airbrush it. That's probably the most straightforward approach, I think. Is just mask it off and then airbrush it. Ghost of Starman. Earthbound was on the Super Nintendo, something of a cult classic. the protagonist is a Super Smash Brother, which is where most people find out about it from. Oh, interesting. Legion, you could also do Space Marine flyers as Samhan. Yeah, but if I do them red, then it just looks like Blood Angels, and then it looks kind of boring. Space Marines red and Eldar red. You know what I mean? Like, you know. Because one of the fun things I'm going to do is one of the Phoenix Bombers, I am going to paint it like this. They're going to look like miniature versions of these. So I'll have the little serpent on the wing with one chevron. One of my other bombers, I like, because basically the chevrons in the Samhan logos, right? The way I've always understood it is that the chevrons represent the clan, because Samhan is divided up into clans, and each of the chevrons represents each of the clans. And so, like, one of my interpretations of the chevrons is I have a broad chevron with a small chevron that comes up and cuts over. And yeah, so it almost has kind of like a lightning bolt like thing, but it's straight on. So it just has one part comes through and then comes back like that. And yeah, that's one of my, I don't know if I have a model handy representing that chevron. I think my jet bikes, I think one of my squads of jet bikes, I have that chevron that cuts over like that. But anyway, that's a chevron that I made up for, you know, my force. But like the dual chevrons, you know, one thick, one thin, right? Imagine it any way you like. But apparently, yeah, that's the way, at least in the older lore, that's the way they described, you know, how the clans all identify themselves. And I'm sure you can play with the theme and, you know, come up with other variations, you know, using the chevrons, right? Because you see some where they're white with red chevrons. You could be, you know, red with black or white chevrons, right? Or black chevrons. You know what I mean? Like, but it's all about those lines, right? And the serpent. Now, the serpent can also be varied as well and, you know, look different and, you know. But yeah, that's my thing. That's my kink. That's my kink, apparently. Scott Radum. Hi, guys. Hi. All right. You know what? Let's have a peeky over at the G-Dub side of things. No, let's not go with that one. Let's go with this one. No, this one. Yeah, good enough. Just see what's available. Right? This is the pre-orders. I'm on the British side of things on the site, so hence the British pound. The Red Gobbo on the Bouncer. That's hilarious. I'm not about to run out and get it. What's Red Harvest? Warcry Red Harvest. Is that what the Chaos Duders? I'm going to assume. Oh, it's these guys. Okay, so it's these two factions. Okay. Yeah. I kind of dig these. I don't know what the hell they are. Oh, these are the Barbarians. Yeah, these guys are kind of cool. I kind of dig them. I have the other Dark Oath, the first Dark Oath. Dark Oath. Yeah, but these guys are kind of cool. Not going to lie. I'm not about to rush out and get a bunch of them, but they're pretty cool. And so if a bunch of you out there who are like, yeah, damn, these are cool, I'm going to get a bunch. By all means, get a bunch. Ooh, spiders. Ew. They're tarantulas. I like that he's the back of his head here. Oh, fuck's sakes. It's all veiny. Oh, no, it looks like a satin gum. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, don't look it up. What's this? Warzone, Octaris, Book 2, Critical Mass Collector's Edition. Cool. Octaris. Crusade Mission Pack, Catastrophe. Cool. Critical Mass Dice. Cool. Blood Bowl. Oh, yeah. New Blood Bowl. The good folks over at G-Dubs sent me a copy of this. It'll get added to my to-do pile for Blood Bowl. I do like them, though. One of my favorites was probably the Minotaur dude, but it's this guy. Let's see if we can get a close up of this guy. This guy? No, not that guy. He's cool too. But no, not that guy. I like the Minotaur. This dude. I think this guy's really. Yes, just fucking click. He's dancing. Want the knife. Anyway, I can wield my mouse. Whee! Look at him go. Look at him fly. Sweet. Everybody's like, holy fuck, Kris. Where's the guy? I want this guy kind of, he's in the center, right where, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse when I move my mouse. No, you guys can't see my mouse. He's like center left. He's number 5. Yeah, he's number 5. I just like the look of that. Yeah. Because it looks like it'd make a good corn berserker, right? And the helmet is just really kind of cool. I don't know. Blood Bowl dice, very cool. Team cards, Spike magazine, pitch, cool. Cawdor weapons. Weapons for Cawdor. Oh, now we get all the Cawdor weapons. Now that the gang's been out for a couple years. Could have used like that flamethrower. Could have used that a while ago. Cool. 15 pounds? Oof. Sister Battle Comic, nice. Black Library Advent Calendar. Well, what's the deal with this Advent Calendar? You get pictures? Looks like a deck of cards or something. I don't get it. A3 art prints. Oh, okay. So it's actually fairly decent size. It's about book size, isn't it? A3? Because A1 is like poster sized, right? It's like a fairly big sized. But no hints of what's... Oh, okay, I see. Little bits of artwork. That's cool. I'm not about to rush out and get it, but it's cool. I can see somebody like... Ooh, yeah. The Wolf Time Special Edition. Nice. What do you guys think of this thing? The Citadel Color Sub-Assembly Holder. What do you guys think of this? Is it... now, I assume it's just the little bit that plugs into the handle, right? Yeah. But what do you guys think of this? Now, they demonstrated with just holding the head. But is it just for holding the head? No, because he's holding a bit there. It's got like a little spiky thing to it. Like, I'm not sure exactly what the intention is. And, like, the thoughts on its reusability. Because it seems like, I would assume, you use a little CA glue to attach the bit to it. I don't know. Has anybody picked one up? I guess I should look at the comments here as I'm posting these fucking comments. No, I don't see anything. But yeah. Very, very interesting. I'm not, I'm not against it. I don't hate it. I think it's a pretty good idea. Is it something the community really, really needed, though? I don't know. Really big handle. Really big butt plug. Basically, it's like a pull start. Anybody who's ever started up a lawnmower knows what I'm talking about there. It's a pull start. Oh, man. Hey, what's this little plastic piece that the stand is in? I haven't seen that. Oh, it's big enough for a tank. Jeez Louise. Compensate much? Why does it keep jumping back to this point? Where am I? Spray stick. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can turn it now. Cool. Transfer sheets. Very, very cool. Now this thing here, the assembly stand holder, I think this is cool. I think they probably could have built it with more. Oh wait, or is this the stand? Oh, is this the stand? Oh, I didn't catch that. Oh no. Anyway, I think it should have had more arms rather than 2. But that's just me. But I think it's pretty handy. And the price point is not horrible. But yeah. So that you can plug the stand, the holder, like the holder into that. Okay. Makes sense. Ish. More dice, tablet, War Master thingy, Blade God, Kill Team Calv, Fire Raptors, and Thunderhawks. Sold out, of course. Yeah, I probably won't get a Thunderhawk until a Vampire comes out. So G-dubs, I'm not buying a goddamn Thunderhawk until there's a Vampire. At which point, probably I won't be able to get a Thunderhawk. I will have missed the window to get a Thunderhawk, probably. But yeah. Fuck, where am I? Ghost Starman. Def putting the Red Gob on the Christmas list. Kind of want to pick up Red Harvest too, but I've got to recognize my limits. Fire Drake. Oof. Haven't been at the point where I don't care what GW puts out anymore. Or I've been at the point where I don't care what GW puts out anymore. Yeah? You don't give a shit? No? You're just doing your thing? I mean, I keep an eye on it, but I mean, I'm not usually fired up. I don't really whine about the prices of stuff. The cost of everything's going up, so, you know. But some things I'm kind of, it's a bit pricey. But, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'm usually not too fired up about stuff. But that's just me. Ghost Starman. You'd think Korn would have had a Blood Bowl team sooner, given the name. Yeah, well, you would think so, right? But Dr. Xantos, hello all. How's it going? It's going well, dog. It's going well. Ghost of Starman. The Black Library Advent Calendar is crazy expensive. Is it? 50 British pounds? So that'd be like 100 Canadian for me. Yeah. For like a bunch of pieces of art that I have no idea what is in there. Yeah, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of a tricky thing. I think realistically, if they want to do, okay, if Games Workshop really wants to put out an advent calendar that everybody will go bananas for, okay, here it is. Here's the idea. Here's the $1 million idea. Okay, everybody listening? Okay, put your headphones in, right? Give a listen. Advent calendar with chocolate characters from 40K. So little Space Marine, little Blend Angel, little Eldar, little Gene Stealer, little, you know, Necron, whatever, right? And it's a whole bunch of little things, and you open up the little door and you get your little chocolate, right? And you plop back a little chocolate, and it doesn't cost 100 pounds or 50 pounds, $100. It can cost, you know, I don't know, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, right? Depends on you know, how good the chocolate is. Another fun one, okay? Although this might encourage some to overindulge, but if you were doing it for, say, Age of Sigmar, Dwarves, or Space Wolves, it's the chocolate with the booze in it. It's got a little bit of alcohol in it. Little cure, right? It's got a little cure in it. And you just plop them little sons of it, right? Bugman's Advent Calendar, and it's got little boozy chocolates in it. Why not, right? Like if you're going to do an Advent Calendar, do an Advent Calendar. That's the way I always remember Advent Calendars is, you know, you open up the little door, you pull your little chocolate, and it's your little dose of chocolate for the day. Here we go. We're into December. It's 12 days till Christmas. Little chocolate, right? Like, why not? Like, I don't understand how that was a hard decision. making something that looks like Space Marines and Eldar and Tyranids and, all that stuff. I mean, the logistics of that, I have no idea. It's just the idea. I leave it to more capable people to figure that out. Disco. Looks like you glue the bit to that spike. You do, eh? Because I think it would be pretty cool if they did it more like, those little small, they were for like grabbing screws and stuff like that. They're like 3 little prongs, right? You push it in, it opens up, and when you release it, it grabs holds of the bit, right? Something like that kind of mechanic. I mean, if you're going to introduce all sorts of moving parts into something, why not something like that, where you don't have to glue it, it just grabs on. You paint, I don't know. Ghost of Starman, yeah, those things seem pretty useless in my opinion. Fire Drake, then they sell you air if they could. Yeah, they would. They would sell you air. I mean, they already sell us water, right? So, we're already in that scenario. We're already in amongst the darkest timeline. Ghost of Starman Deluxe, probably going to have to head out soon, going to a society event to shoot each other with Nerf guns this evening. Is that a euphemism? Fire Drake 18, Star Wars Legion is starting to look good, even if it first came out I thought was boring because not a big selection of units or armies. Yeah, Star Wars Legion, I can get behind. You play 1 or 2 games, Hoth, Endor, right? But then it's kind of, how many times can you play out that scenario? Whereas fighting in Clone Wars, that's a much richer environment. It's a bigger sandbox to play in, They should have did that right from the start. And then built everybody up to, this is the scenario for Hoth. We're going to have ATSTs and ATATs and, have all the elements and then built up to that, and everybody would just lost their shit. If they started with Clone Wars and then built to Rebels versus Empire, yeah. Kind of, early war, late war kind of scenario, that kind of shit. Just saying. Lord Krabby. Now, this is just a rumor, so take it with some salt. I don't have any salt. No, I don't have any salt. But there is a rumor that a Demon Primarch Angron may come out with the World Eaters release. Again, salt. But definitely want to paint that. An Angron? Sure. I mean, it all depends, I guess. I mean, a Bloodthirster with Space Marine armor would look pretty cool, though, I think. I would imagine that's how they were sculpted, right? Because Mortarion looks like, big flying demon duder, with wings. Magnus is a big demon dude. Kind of can't tell he used to be a Space Marine, though. Who's the other one? Who's the other demon? Or is that it? Isn't there a Fulgrim? I know for 30k, but isn't there a 40k one? No? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Fire Drake. 2 more demerits for Ghostman. Yeah, two more demerits. Got to keep track. Got to keep track of that shit. Lord Krabby. Angron is just a Rastacorn Bloodthirster. Fight me. A Rastacorn Bloodthirster. Yeah, I mean, he's a Bloodthirster. He'll look like a Bloodthirster with Space Marine armor, right? He'll be wearing power armor, or a version of it, I suppose. Like the older Chaos Demon, right? The one that, he's wearing, it looks like he's wearing Space Marine armor, and he had, the big growth hand and everything like that, Sure, I mean, we already kind of know what these things are going to look like, right? Sort of. Let's jump over to the Instagram because we can and we shall. I don't have a theme song for Instagram, so. First bit. Yeah, we're good. This is from Warzone Studio by Disco. Wait, what? Is it Warzone Studio or is it Disco? I don't know. Either way, no comment. We'll give it a like. I like the flesh. It's an interesting looking sculpt. Looks like I'm going for a bit of a non-metallic metal up on that claw up on the club. That's interesting. I like the work on the corpse on the stand as well. Interesting choice for the flesh color, considering the overall color palette. Personally, I like the work on the claw as well. Yeah. Personally, I think if I was in this similar boat with this kind of very natural kind of look to everything, I think I would have went for more of a desaturated flesh. Just, I don't know. Because there's so much bone and stuff all over this guy. The magenta just really kind of pops while everything else kind of feels, you know, not flat, but yeah. Oh. Gonna call this guy done until I get him based up. The Zealot Miniatures Minotaur Shaman. Oh, it's a Minotaur Shaman. Okay. He's been in the pile of shame, half finished for nearly a year, so it's good to get it finally done. Let's give that a like. Same pics? Same pics. Yeah, I like the work on the corpse, though. The corpse is nice and gross. I don't think the open wounds on the corpse should be quite as vibrant, but yeah. I mean, you don't want to make it look too realistic, but I know you went with the coloring, varying colors. So you went with purples and greens in the flesh. And I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think personally, I mean, for me, if I was painting this guy up in this color scheme, yeah, I probably would have went with a desaturated magenta purplish value in that flesh. Just a bit. Just because it has a very natural vibe to it. You know? But yeah. The Wannabe Painter Dom. Since I finished one project and waiting for the next one to arrive, I painted this guy I had laying around some time. Was quite fun to do because I never painted miniatures from Napoleonics before, but I have all respect for people who are painting the full army of these guys. P.S. I took a Kris mustache as an example for the beard on the mini. I like the work on the grime on his pants. It looks like, you know, it looks fairly natural. Is it pewter or is it a plastic model? If I had to guess, he looks like a plastic. But I could be wrong. I know a lot of historicals, they do pewters. I like it though. Like, it's good. It's really good work on the face. And not just because he's got a mustache, but no, like it's really straightforward. Like here's a good pick. Like that almost looks like a real dude. I've seen that dude somewhere. I've seen that guy somewhere. Not in that uniform, but you know what I mean. Really good work though. More from Disco. Work in progress on the Minotaur Shaman from Zealot Miniatures. It's really starting to take shape a bit now. Plenty of trinkets and accessories to base coat, and then onto the highlights. Yeah, very cool. Oh yeah, the corpse wasn't even done at this point. Nice. Yeah, I really like your work on the claws, like on his hand claw and on the claw that's on his staff. Doing that bit of non-metallic metal. I dig it. And you know what I really, really dig? I like the color choice in that effect. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Because like it looks like, now correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like you went in with like a brown, like almost like the bone color brown. It looks like if I had to guess, you used contrast, and then you went in with like Druchii Violet or Shyish Purple thinned out, and it gave it just a little bit more darkness on the ends. And so you get that push towards the really bright yellowy browns, then it pushes towards magenta purples. And I like that. I like it. It makes for a very interesting color. I think in the future, I think really kind of start thinking about using color in this fashion. Okay? Now, why is it interesting? Why is it interesting? Well, because yellow and purple are complementary. So right off the hop, it's already very interesting when you start laying them on top of each other. It pushes, it often will desaturate and push towards browns. Technically, it's supposed to push towards a gray, but they push towards brown in pigment. But anyway, it's very, very interesting. And in fact, you can see many examples of this kind of work on other models, especially when you see, like, say, for example, a very common one you'll see is blue pushing towards orange, and you'll see browns in there and stuff like that, right? Another one can be red and green, right? And you'll see it push towards browns in between and stuff like that. And especially, it all depends, of course, on what level and what intensity of, you know, the colors you use. But yeah, I like that. I like that look on that spike on a staff. I like that. I think in the future, stop and consider those kinds of color combinations, especially across the entirety of a model. You know what I mean? Like, play with that theme across an entire piece. You might surprise yourself. Kevin Cabal, group shot of the boys painted for a friend's birthday D&D game, all painted with glazes over a zenithal highlight, based with Vallejo and Citadel products and gamer grass tufts. And so here's his oogers. I think we had a look at these last time. Yeah. Yeah, because the guy in the back on the right, he's like, you fucking want one? Oh, we got bum cheeks in this one. We got some cheeks to clap. Oh, man. Really good stuff, Kevin. Really good stuff. I like these guys. This one's from our good buddy Kim, the Stabgrot and Potgrot, and all the hobgoblins from Dominion. Let's give that like shit. Did I give the last one a mic? Yeah, I did. I like the little grot with the pot grot, and the Stabgrot. Yeah, I like the pot grot. He's funny. I don't know. Grots are hilarious. And all the other hobblegobbles. The hobblegobbles. The guy's just splattered with blood. That's funny. Blowing his horn. There's a joke there somewhere. I don't know. Really good stuff. Work on the flesh is really good. I like that you went with the OSL on the little pot grot as well. I like that you incorporated a little glow on him. You can see it like on the bottom of his nose and his chin, on his hand. Yeah, I like that. That's fun. Pot grot. You'd think a pot grot would be a different thing, though. You'd think he'd be the one with the doobie in his mouth. Kill a boss on Great Gnash Tooth. Or is it Ganache? Is it Ganache or just Nash? If it's just Nash, then why does it have a G? I like this guy. This guy's cool. Really nice work on the leather and the flesh. Yeah, I really like your work on the leather. It's really good. If I'm going to have a critique of anything, for the Hobblegobbles and for this guy, I think a teensy amount of rust, grime on the metals. Just to pull them back a bit. But that would be it. I wouldn't change it. I mean, if you were doing it in the future kind of thing, but yeah. Yeah. I dig it though. It's really good. Yeah, I think just a bit of grime. That's it. Freaking ogre head. Now the question becomes, did that ogre have that human head or elf head earring when he got killed? Or was that added after he was killed? We may never know. We may never get the full details on that story. Yeah, I like the base. I like the swamp base. That's good stuff. Nice texture. Little puddles. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think with the metals, I think I would have just added just a little bit of grime. Not much. Something like typhus corrosion or something, you know, just to knock a bit of that shine out of them. Here's another one from Disco. Completed Karnwraith. Tabletop standard with a few additions, some more chains, and a little book with his orders in it. His orders. Oh, I already like it. I like the texture he adds to these guys. Instead of making them real smooth like. Oh, he's got blood in his book. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like the texture. That's really cool. It's fun. Kevin Cabal. Oh, we already looked at this one. Okay, we're all caught up on the Instagrams. Sweet. So, if you want me to have a look and share your efforts on the show, use the hashtag #WayTheBrush. Hashtag #WayTheBrush. And I will have a peek at your efforts. Just a peek. Not a full, like, leer. Is leer the right word? Yeah, disco. Like this kind of thing here. Like, I really... Sorry, I'm going to come back a bit here. Disco's shared this one in the past before. But I just like how, you know, you have that movement with that cloth that's on the horse and on the deuter. And I think, like, the little strands... Because these are, like, what, nylon or something, right? Now, could you not... When it's not attached to the model, but, like, you know, where you're going to place things, could you not use something to, you know, warm up the nylon and, you know, sculpt it essentially in the direction that you want it to flow so it feels more natural? You know what I mean? Because sometimes, like, on some of the sculpts that you've done this, and I've seen you use this technique, the little strands kind of just stick out, and it's kind of porcupiney, right? Versus, you know, it interrupts the flow of movement that the sculpt is conveying. And I think if you could help that sense of movement I think the pieces would become all that much better. I think. But yeah. If you could really play to the sense of movement in the piece, I think you really have something special. Not to say it ain't special, just saying. Have something really special. I clicked something and now my thing's not working. Nice. Nice. I have no idea where the hell I am. Fire Drake. Kris, have you seen the Space Bears from the channel Tabletop Time? Space Bears from the channel Tabletop Time. He made his own Marine chapter that is a Native American themed. Oh, no, I didn't. Send me a link. He worked with the third company to create the pieces needed to convert your Marines into Space Bears. Looks good. Yeah, send me a link. Kim, hey, just popped by. We having people over and I can't ignore them no matter how much I want to. So I take it, Kim, they're friends of your wife, I'll assume. It's usually the way it goes. If there's people in your house and you're not really terribly excited, either one, A, their family, or B, they're your wife's friends. Yeah, I find myself in the same boat plenty of times. Kim, I did not like the Marvel stuff that much to begin with, and now, after 10 years plus of shit from them, I am not bothered at all by it. Yeah, I mean, like, again, yeah, I'm not terribly fired up for, anything that Marvel's doing these days. Just, I'm just not. Like what can be coming down the pipe as far as, like, a Marvel movie? Like, the only thing that would get me excited, maybe, is an Incredible Hulk movie. But they've tried that many times, and all of them have been, lacking. Has there been 3 Hulk movies? Or 2? I want to say it's 3, but I think it's only 2. Anyway, sorry, I was lost in thought. But the Sam Raimi, yeah, I think it's Sam Raimi. Anyway, his iteration of the Hulk, I mean, that was probably one of the better ones. Other than he didn't have a very good villain to fight. But as far as, like, the on-screen Incredible Hulk, that was way better than the other one with the Ed Norton. That Hulk just wasn't the Hulk. No, me no likey. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm not, like, what is coming down the road for Marvel? Like, nothing that I'm terribly excited about. Will we ever get Fantastic Four? Not that I give a shit. X-Men. That's not going to happen anytime soon, though. Not for a while. What else is there? It's nothing. Other than, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know what possibly is coming out from Marvel that is going to keep this whole MCU train rolling. I have no idea. Scott Radham. Ang Lee directed the one with Eric Bana. Oh, Ang Lee. Yeah, okay. Sorry. But yeah, I thought that one was better than the Ed Norton one. I mean, I like Ed Norton, but, that movie was meh. It was not very good. I especially as a fan of the Hulk, I did not care for how that Hulk looked on screen. The Ang Lee one was more like the Incredible Hulk you see in the comics. He gets bigger as he gets angrier. He's just this big monstrosity. And of course, in the beginning, it makes it kind of scary, because you're not sure exactly what Hulk's going to do, right? So, it is kind of scary being around the Hulk, right? Because, you know, the guy might flip out and smush you, right? So, yeah. That Hulk was better. Will we get another Hulk movie? I have no idea. They talk about She-Hulk, and apparently it's been cast and everything like that, and I don't know where that one is. Haven't heard nothing more from that. Yeah. The Hawkeye show? Oh, okay, I'll watch it. You know, I'm not particularly fired up to watch it, but I'll watch it, you know. Jeremy Renner, he's entertaining. Like what else is there? I mean, I'm asking you guys, like, what else is there that's coming down the road for Marvel that's to get fired up about? I mean, I'm honestly asking you, like, what is there? Remind me, because I'm sure some of you who love this stuff are like, come on, Kris, don't you know about this and this? Well, please, fill me in. Scott Radham. Yeah, but that Hulk fought dogs, and for a finale, legit punch out a cloud. Right, exactly. Like I said, like that the treatment of the Hulk in that one, I prefer. But yeah, his villains are not. Yeah, fighting big mutated dogs. You know, as hilarious as that is, but you know, I think really what the big one was especially how they cut between and transitions and stuff like that, and how they made it feel like it was, you know, like a comic book, right? Because he wanted to obviously stay true to the source material, and so his artistic vision for it was, well, I'm just going to give people the comic book and present it in real life, and you know, and I think that a lot of that was unnecessary, you know. Yeah. Scott Radham. Thor 3 should be fun. Yes, Thor 3. Yes. Should be fun. But will it be? Don't know. No, it should be 4 Thor, isn't it? That'd be 4 Thor. Because 4-3 is Ragnarok, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, 4-4. 4. No, Thor 4. Thor 4? Doctor Strange movie, Sam Raimi should be dope. Yes, Doctor Strange. I'll watch it. Will I go to the theater and see it? I don't know. Maybe. Should be fun visually, right? It should be just crazy ass shit going on. In the what ifs, I think it kind of prepares us for, you know, the route they're going to go with Doctor Strange. If you haven't watched the what ifs, give them a watch. They're a lot of fun. I'm all for if they do what ifs with the Star Wars stuff, right? What if? Like, a fun story would be, what if Luke joined Darth? Right? That would be a fun what if story. Just, you know, half-hour show. Just, right? What if Luke joined Darth? What if? What would happen? But anyway, yeah. But there's, yeah, okay. Thor 4, I haven't really seen much of, you know, what's happening for that. I've heard some rumblings as far as, like, what it's supposed to entail, but, you know. 3 was really good. And apparently it's the same director and stuff for the 4th. So it should be good. And yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah, I'm not a big Doctor Strange fan though. So yeah, I mean, Benedict Cumberbatch. You know, he's a fine actor and all that, but Dr. Xantos. As far as I know, Thor 4 won't have Chris Hemsworth in it. It won't have Chris Hemsworth? How do you have a Thor movie without Chris Hemsworth? How's that possible? How is that possible? I don't even know how that's possible. How do you... Because isn't he Thor? Now, I've heard that Natalie Portman is supposed to return, and she becomes Thor. I get that. But how do you... But I mean, shouldn't there be a lead up to Chris Hemsworth running around being Thor, and then all of a sudden, Freaky Friday, Natalie Portman becomes Thor? I mean, isn't that how it's supposed to go? I don't know. I have no idea. So, yeah. Scott Radham. Hemsworth is for sure in it. Set pics are out there. Okay. So Hemsworth is in it. See, I don't know. I don't follow that closely to rumors and stuff like that, especially with a lot of the stuff. I'm mostly fatigued on a lot of this stuff, so, I don't pay attention, really. Star Wars, yeah, I'll pay attention to that all the live long day. Marvel stuff, I mean, since they dropped X-Men and have dropped the ball quite a bit with X-Men, meh. Dr. Zentus, then I have been misled about it. Possibly. But yeah. Could be an older rumor. Might have been an older rumor saying he wasn't going to be, he wasn't going to sign up to do it. Could have been like one of those negotiation things where they, no, we're going to put it out that, Chris Hemsworth's not returning as Thor. We're going to have to recast Thor and, all that gibbly-gook, right? Controversy. Drum up some controversy. Because again, no such thing as bad press. Scott Radham. Christian Bale is the bad guy for I can't say Thor 4. For Thor. For Thor or Thor 4? Fourth Thor and seventh Earth. Anyway, Christian Bale is the bad guy? Sure, I guess. I mean, who's Christian Bale? Like, who's the character? A fun one I had read, I seen it on Twitter, was Jim Carrey is apparently going to be Mordok. I thought that was kind of funny. That's kind of funny. But, again, it's rumor, blah, 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 right? Hey, do we have emails? Hey! No, we don't. We don't got any emails. You guys didn't send me any emails. Guess what I don't have to do today? I don't have to do any emails. Beauty. So we will get this show done on time today. We will. But yeah, I'm like wicked tired of Marvel shit. I'm just getting really tired of it. Just real tired. Scott Radham. Bale Osgore, the God Butcher, is a relative recent story arc that was okay. Oh. Like, we're already through Thor's bad guys that we're going to more recent bad guys? I guess. Dr. Zantos, if I send an email now, will it in time for the show? Yes. If you sent it right now, then yes. But you got to send it right now. Or at least when you're seeing this, because there is a delay from when I say this and then when you hear this. So, okay, not now, but right now. Do it now. Do it now. Scott Radham. I'll slap an email together for you next week. I've just been plugging away on tabletop stuff for Pulp Alley. What's Pulp Alley? Pulp Alley. Excuse me. Fire Dragotine. My hand has been swollen. Couldn't paint at all. I'm not looking for excuses here, people. I'm just saying. Keep the emails rolling. You know what? If a week goes by and I don't have any emails, I'm not doing a show. That sounds like a threat, doesn't it? If you don't send me an email, I'm not doing a show. But kind of is a threat, but it's kind of not. But it kind of is. I'm interested in emails, not excuses. You know what? We could probably end it right here, couldn't we? Because we got through the Instagrams. I have no emails. And yeah. We could probably just end it right here. Let's just end it right here. Scott Radom, the gore story was okay. I think it should be an okay screenplay. Pulp Alley is super cool mini game that is based around pulp stories, like Indiana Jones style action. Very cool, worth your time. Send me a link. Post in Discord or send me an email, whatever it is. But yeah, send me a link. Somebody else is supposed to send me a link. They haven't done it. What's going on? What the fuck is going on here? Unless they send it through Discord. I don't see anything in Discord. Nobody tagged me in Discord. No. 9. I can see Coma posted cooking food. Oh, what are those? Carrots? Kim, what in that picture beside the onions? Is that carrots? Because those look really fucking dark. It looks like sticks. You're cooking sticks. Are you cooking sticks? What is that, Kim? Kim, what is that? Oh, Kim's not even really here. Because he's got company, so he can't be tuned in. So I guess I shouldn't expect an immediate answer out of him because, yeah, he's not really here. Unless, of course, he's doing it like, he's got the earpiece in and he's got this listening and he's trying to carry on a conversation while trying to listen to what I'm saying. But he's trying to carry on a conversation. He probably looks like a crazy person sitting in the corner of the room, eating his dinner, periodically chuckling to himself. Everybody's looking at him like, what's going on with him? I don't know. He's flipping out. Could be as the winter is setting in, the madness starts to creep in. It's like The Shining. It's like as it's getting colder and colder and everybody's stuck closer and closer together, people start flipping out and then they start chasing each other around with the axe. In fact, now I have that image. That's all that's going on in Norway right now. It's just people running around chasing each other with axes. Probably not, but because it happens here in Canada all the time. In fact, it's a problem. It's a problem. Fire Drake, 5 demerits for Fire Drake. What? Oh, for making excuses? Yeah, it should be 5 demerits. We should have a little chart how many demerits you lose. And yeah, 5 demerits, making excuses. Yeah, that'd be right up there. That sounds about right. 5 demerits for making an excuse. Yeah. Play like a champ, damn it. Oh, there we go. Dr. Zantos email came in. Okay, I got it, bud. Came in 0 minutes ago. I just got it. Hot off the press. You know what? Okay. What time we at? Yeah, we got 20 minutes left. Let's do an email. Let's do this one. If you're wearing headphones, turn them up or down because here it comes. Email time. Email time. Coffee ground. Ugh. Don't you hate when you get coffee grounds in your freaking mouth? Anyway. Sorry. All right, this one is from Dr. Zantos. The title is called Email. The email is called Email. How convenient. Here be things that I got done or near done recently. After quitting my last job and moving, I have gotten much more done in 1 month than the last year combined. No questions this time, just showing off stuff like the nasty bugger I am. What? The nasty bugger? Good God. So let's have, oh yeah. You posted this on Discord there earlier. Let's switch, there we go. Yeah. Now this is a really fun paint job. The model is not familiar, but it has very familiar elements to it. And given this is what's that company called? Exclusive. Wargame exclusive? This is a Wargame exclusive, isn't it? Really nice work. I like the color scheme. I like how it's predominantly this gold and brown values, which feel very neutral overall with the very vibrant purple of the cloak, with the little splashes of red here and there. I like that. I like the work on the sword. I like the little splash of red on the gun, and I really like in the eyes. Yeah. It's good stuff. Oh, a little back thing. Back bling. It's like some sort of chaos icon or something like that. Wait a second. The sword's not finished here. Or the gun. What kind of devilry is this? Or is this... are you taking tips from some of the pro painters out there? Because you only paint one side of the model because you're only painting it for photographs, so you only paint the one side. Anyway. No, I like it. The paint job. The model, yeah, it's cool. Would I get it? No. Oh, look at this guy. Oh. I really like the glowiness in the eyes. I like your work on the cloth. I think the spikes, like the horns on the helmet and the spikes on his shoulders, I think could have came up a bit, but that's just me. The ends of the cloth look really, really tattered. I like that. I kind of want a couple other angles of this guy. This is a really interesting model. Where's this model from? Is this another Wargame exclusive, or is this somebody else? I needs to know. I needs to know. Yeah, I like this piece, though. I like the little glow in the helmet. I like that. It's really good work. Here is a thing. It's a vampire riding a bone dinosaur thing with ghosts. Is this a conversion? Or is this like an actual kit? It feels like a conversion. But I have no idea. I'm really out of touch with a lot of things. Pretty much just everything in general I'm out of touch. But, you know, yeah. Anyway. Interesting choice on the base. I like the crackle with a little bit of glow going on in between the cracks. The ghosties. I like that it's, you know, a fairly uniform color scheme going across, right? With the light blues, the purples, and the bone color, and the neutral tones. I think his other sword, you probably could have went with the blue. I see it looks like something else, maybe a spear or something in his other hand that has that blue. Oh, you can change out the rider? I assume that's the same mount, but where's the rider? Where's the rider? Anyway. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. I like them. Just showing off what you're working on. I like this dude. I like the way you did that glow in the eyes. Can we zoom in a bit? Yeah. See, it's just very, very straightforward and effective. I like that. I like straightforward and effective. It's really good work. Oops. Oops. Thank you, Duck, for sending that in. Awesome stuff. Thank you, thank you. Just gonna put it away. There we go. There we go. Where am I in the chat? I don't know. Bar1. What's up, everyone? Sorry I'm late. Did I miss any juicy gossip? Juicy gossip. I don't know about juicy gossip. We've just been talking. Basically, we've been talking about releases, both incoming for, you know, like Games Workshop stuff and movies, Marvel, my fatigue of Marvel, superhero stuff, right? Not just Marvel, I guess. It's DC as well. Because I'm not fired up for that the Rock one and the new Batman. I'm not fired up for the new Batman either. I'm really tired of this stuff. Fire Drake 18, I posted a Space Bear link in the Discord as well, in general. Did you? Did you now? They look more, yeah, at a distance, they look more Space Wolfy. Immediately looking at them, like I don't read Native American, I read Space Wolf. Oi, jeez Louise. Old Man Logan, just subscribe. You've been with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Old Man Logan, for the Twitch Prime. I was like, you've been subscribed for a long time, haven't you? But I realized, yeah, it's the Twitch. And then, yeah, Scott posted something about Pulp Alley. Oh, Ash did a video on it. Cool. Okay. I'll check that out. Yeah. I'll check out the Space Bears. But yeah, just judging by the thumbnail for the Space Bears thing, it feels... They immediately, they look more Space Wolf than Native American. That does not look Native American to me at all. Not that I'm the single source of what is Native American, but yeah. Anyway. Cool. I'll check out those links there later. Dr. Santos, the model is from Raging Heroes. Oh, Raging Heroes. Okay. I knew it was one of those third-party things. I could tell because of the very busty character. So, yeah. I assumed it was one of those. I know there's a few of them. Because there's, like, I think Wargaming Exclusive does, like, Pin-Up Tau or something like that. Which is kind of a weird fetish to begin with. But, anyway. Dr. Zantos, the second model is from a Kickstarter that a friend threw some money in and wanted me to justify throwing money into it. Oh, okay, so you paid it up for a friend. Okay, cool. The second model. Second model was the warrior duder. Very cool. Was it a fairly big piece? It didn't look like a big piece, but was it a big piece? I don't know. Dr. Zantos, the dead things are inspired by World of Warcraft expansion Wrath of the Lich King. Never played it. I played Warcraft 2, Warcraft 1, and Warcraft 2. And then that's it. Never played, well, I shouldn't say never played. I did try World of Warcraft once. Long time ago, a couple months after it first released. I played it. A friend had it. And it was a huge turnoff to me at the time to spend a whole bunch of money on a game and then have to keep sending the company money to continue to play said game. That immediately turned me off of the game. Now it seems to be the norm. Which is probably why I don't play a lot of video games today, right? So anyway, World of Warcraft. Yeah, I tried it for 20 minutes. And I wasn't terribly enthralled in it, but I could see myself playing it for a stupid amount of time. And I could see it's sucking up my resources and my time. So I said to my friend, no, I will not be playing with this game. I will not be joining you in parties, guilds, whatever. Good day to you. And went about my merry way. Yeah, I know enough about myself to know where my weaknesses lie, and I fit within the demographic. I know I fit within the demographic of I would become addicted to World of Warcraft. I know I would. So I'm not touching it. So, yeah. That's why I never play World of Warcraft. I tried it for it was 20 minutes, I think. It was alright. But no, I'm not playing it. Again, like I said, it's a lot of video games. The last video game that sucked up a lot of my time was Skyrim. That was the last game. Because I played that one. One day I played that one for 24 hours almost. It felt like. No sleep. Just started playing. I'll just do this one little thing. I'll take care of this little side thing. I'll do this. Oh, I'm going to check this out. What's over here? I go exploring for a bit. And, oh, I better put this down. Well, okay, I'll just do one more mission. And you know what I mean? It was always just one more mission, one more mission. All of a sudden, it's like, holy shit, you've been on this thing for 24 hours. It's like, damn. After that, I stopped playing the game. After I did that, yeah, I stopped playing. We beat the game, my son and I. But yeah, yeah, I stopped playing it though. And I have not played any video game like that. In the past, that wasn't the only case. There are other times where video games have sucked me in for many, many hours. And yeah, but that Skyrim incident, which was like probably, I don't know, 10 years? Oh, more than 10 years. I don't know. Whenever Skyrim came out on console, and I was playing that, and yeah, I was like, oh man, no, I can't do this anymore. No way, man. No way. So, yeah. Now the only thing I allow myself to play, maybe, is like first-person shooters, which even then I've gone full bore on first-person shooters. Counter-Strike, Battlefield 2, Battlefield 1942. You know, I played lots of games for many, many hours. And yeah, no. And we were talking earlier about escapism and stuff like that. And yeah, you know, like video games definitely fall within that category. And video games can definitely allow one to escape, right? So, yeah. Anyway. Dr. Santos, all of them are small models, 28 to 32 mil, have been painting a lot of female characters recently. Cool. Kim, Kris had Dave's dad by the chat in the live stream here the other day asking if Kris had seen the video. They had checked out Chris's McFarlane Marine because I had asked them in the chat of the first Space Bear vid. Huh? I didn't get any of that. Huh? Oh, right, when we were... yes, because somebody had stopped by. Right, and you were talking a lot with them. I remember that. Yes, I do remember that. Okay. The Space Bear vid. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to check out that Space Bear vid. But right from the thumbnail, yeah, my immediate read is not... Oh, that's some Native American shit going on there. I just see a bunch of the fur pelts, big beards, immediately, you know, Space Wolf. I always think Space Wolf. Because Space Wolf's been around for so long, right? So, yeah. Anyway. Bar 1, WoW is pretty much trash these days. Plus, Blizzard drama is not making things better. Yeah, you hear about all this drama. Drama this, drama that. Blizzard, Twitch, you know. Anybody. I mean, you can drum up drama just about anywhere, right? Just about. Hell, you can even manufacture it, right? So, I don't know. Kim, I did order the new Warcraft box today. Warcry, fucking fat fingering the keys. Aren't you supposed to be entertaining? What are you doing talking here? Aren't you supposed to be entertaining your guests? Not on the internet. I don't want to deal with my fucking in-laws, so I'm here talking about miniatures. Escapism. That's the definition of escapism right there. I don't want to deal with my in-laws, so I am here in the chat. Dr. Santos, I can take some pics of the second model if you need them. No, I don't need them. If you want to, please. I welcome any and all. Pictures of your models, not just pictures. Don't just send me random crap. I mean, you can send me random crap if you want, I suppose. But I caution against it. What time we at here? Holy carmolies, we are 4 minutes. T-minus 4 minutes. T-minus. I'm still kind of curious about the Space Bears thing. You know what? How long is the video? I don't know, will this mess up my internet? Oh, it's 16 minutes long? Oh, I'm not watching all this. Who? Yeah, I'll have to check that one out later. I'll have to check that out. Later. Not right now. But yeah, I'm intrigued. And you said it was somebody's dad, Kim? It was somebody's dad? Just popped into the chat? I don't understand how that all kind of went down, but I don't know. Whatever. If you need some help with your color schemes, maybe there's a particular technique you're having trouble with, or you just want to show off what you're working on, maybe you're commissioning painting service and you want to, get your name out there, feel free to send me emails, Kris@wayofthebrush.com, or you can use the hashtag WayOfTheBrush if you're on the Instagram side of things. You can use the hashtag WayOfTheBrush anywhere you want. I don't know. We'll get to it, but Instagrams is where it's at. Because Instagram's pretty pictures, right? It's pretty pictures. That's why I recommend Instagrams. I mean, but you can show it on Twitter and blah, 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 and whatever, right? Facebook. But Instagram, because it's easier. It's all about pretty pictures. So, it feels like that's the format for it. Anyway, feel free to use the hashtag WayOfTheBrush or send emails. If you're going to send pictures, send them as attachments in the email. Don't send it off as links to other sites, because I just won't do it. Well, I'm less likely to do it. Not like I'm going to say, fuck, picture, fuck, delete. I'm not going to do that. But, especially if there's like a legit question there, I don't really want to be a dick and say, no, you. So, but be warned. If you're going to send an email, it's Kris@wayofthebrush.com. It's in the description below, as well as a link to wayofthebrush.com. Central hub of all this silliness, has links to all the social medias as well as Discord. Join us on Discord. It's a lot of fun. We keep the conversation rolling there 24/7. Only one rule in the Discord. Only one rule. Don't be a dick. That's it. That's the only rule. It's pretty vague, pretty broad. But I think it kind of gets the point across. I mean, the norm, the social convention these days is, don't be a dick, right? Just don't be a dick. How hard is that? How hard is that? How hard is it to not be a dick or to be a dick? Get it? Hard dick. Come on. Stay with me, kids. I almost busted into a foghorn leghorn. That's a joke, son. That's a joke. Don't you know jokes? Anyway. Also, in the description below and at wayofthebrush.com, you'll find links for t-shirts. Want to get yourself a t-shirt? Look like a connoisseur of all that is good and holy in this world. They're wearing a Way of the Brush t-shirt. And if you purchase yourself a shirt, send a picture of yourself in your shirt and I will add it to the Monkey Shrine, because it's nice to put a name to the face and a face to the name. It's fun. It's just fun. And fun is fun. Also at wayofthebrush.com, you'll find a link for Patreon. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Without your support, this channel would not be able to continue to do what it is that I do. And so a huge, huge thank you to all my patrons, brand new and continuing support, for their continued support of this channel. If you're not able to support monetarily, i.e. money, thumbing up the video, liking, following, subscribing, commenting, ringing the bell, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff, all that interaction. Just hit your keyboard, right? Just full on, mash keyboard. See vid, mash keyboard. And yeah, you're helping me out a great deal. All it takes is a couple clicks of a button and you're helping me out a great deal as well. So huge thank you to everybody who does that as well. And of course, speaking of thank yous, big thank you to Carl, Guymere Alfer, Beer and Blood Bowl. It's his YouTube channel. Check it out. We always take time to thank Carl, even though he is no longer with us, for taking the time out of his busy day to create the email jingles that play before the email segments of the show. And so always much love to Carl. And of course, speaking of love, much love to my big brother Evan for creating the intro, outro music that plays at the beginning and end of the show. So always much love to my baby bro Evan. And if you're into rare comics, into Rare. EB Comics. It's in the description below. Check it out. Where the hell am I? Coma. I'll have to get the small bits holder and try it. Yeah, give it a shot. Let me know. Fire Drake. I don't know how to pound sign. I don't know how to pound sign. Hashtag pound sign. Or pound sign hashtag. Fire Drake. What if your middle name is Richard? Well, that's Richard. Short form is Dick. Right? Don't be a Richard. Oh, go eat a Richard. Demetrius Skyhunter. Don't be a dick is part of the meaning of life, according to Monty Python, by the way, Kris. Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, it's old advice. It's old advice. I mean, you know, the words that convey that meaning have changed over time, but otherwise, you know, the message is still the same. Just don't be a dick. Just don't be a dick. Like I realize for some it is really hard, but you know, yeah, just don't be a dick. Evan Belleau, did Rocker win the game? The name game? Playing with my toys? Oh, right. Yeah. I think we've had Playing with My Toys as the show title before. But you're absolutely right. I completely forgot about naming the show. Son of a bitch. Playing with My Toys. Brock wins. You win. You win the prize, Brock. Good job. Good job. It's good soup. Oh, man. This stupid TikToks. That's another one that takes up way too much of my time. TikTok. Oh, my God. Fire Drake. Wait, Kris can't leave until the show is named. That's like 10 demerits. Yeah, my demerits, yeah, went down 10 points. I forgot to name the show. Well, I didn't forget because I named it now. So I didn't. So bonus 10 points. Yay! Yay me. Evan Belleau, that's my boy. Yeah, Brock. Yeah, I know. Brock's your boy. Brock your boy? Brock boy? Boy Brock? Broccoli? I know, it's crap ass jokes. Alright. Are we done? We're done. Right? We're kind of done? We're mostly done? Have we set our piece for the day? I think we've set our piece for the day. Hopefully you are getting some stuff done. Maybe you're hanging out, whatever. Thanks for joining me today. Thanks for commenting, talking, following, subscribing. Angel, hello, goodbye. No. As everybody knows, surprise is the element of word. No, I can't. I fucked it up. Fire Trick 18. Words of Wisdom? That's on the other show where we do parting words of wisdom. Plus, I don't have a chat. And I am skeptical about opening up the chat during Way the Brush. Even for patrons. I am skeptical. Although we could do, you know, like a one-on-one where, you know, somebody who wants to join in and maybe we'll have a conversation. I used to do a segment way back in the day, Way the Brush Conversations, where, you know, it was a lot of you guys. You know, just having a conversation, talking about this and that, you know. Now, mind you, that was more of a more focused Way the Brush back then versus Way the Brush as it currently sits, where it's pretty random and also it's kind of no filter. So, you know, we could probably get ourselves into trouble, I think, if we open the floor to a lot of the monkeys. Especially if there's a bunch of you. It would just be chaotic if there was a whole bunch of you in the voice chat. It'd be chaotic. But maybe something we can think about. Like one monkey in the voice chat, kind of one-on-one, where we can talk. Maybe we'll peruse the internet together. I don't know. It's interesting though, right? It's an idea. It's an idea. It is an idea. Dark Commission. Hi, Kris and Monkeys. Can't wait for today's show. Oh. Yeah, you're a little late, bud. Little late. Because I'm about to end it. I'm seconds from ending it. Angel, I'm painting some old G-dub goblins. Like the old ones. Like the single ones that are just holding them. They got the little shield and they're all, you know. Those are fun. Those are fun models. They're not horrible. They still kind of, hold up. Not the best, but, not horrible. They're dated. Fire Trick 18. If you want it to be professional, you got to wear a shirt and tie and deepen your voice more. Yes, I suppose. I suppose so, right? And also, too, like, the person who's joining me, I think that we'd probably want to have some decent sound between us as well. Now, mind you, everybody who I've talked to on Discord, like whenever we've talked on Discord, the audio sounded good. Now, when I do getting projects done, for any of you that watch that, most of the time the audio sounds pretty good, right? So everybody sounds nice and clear and stuff like that. And so, yeah. Angel, yeah. Yeah, the old goblins, yeah. They're still cool, though. They are dated, but they're night goblins, right? They're not night goblins anymore, right? They're like mushroom goblins or some shit. I can't remember what the hell they're called. Gloomspite? Is that what they're called? Gloomspite? Anyway. Fire Trick 18. James Earl Jones low. Oh, jeez. I don't know if I can talk. I don't know if I could talk for a whole, 2 hours. Like James Earl Jones. I'd have to absorb a whole bunch of James Earl Jones just to kind of project that, because then it'd be basically me doing a James Earl Jones impression, right? Which is fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah. Anyway. Okay, I think we're done. We're done? We're done. Yeah, we're 9 minutes OT. I'm done. I need another drink. You probably need to go to the washroom. And yeah. Like I know what your bathroom habits are like. Take care of your brushes. They'll take care of you. And I will see you guys next week. Or, well, I guess if you're watching the live streams on Twitch, then I'll see you Wednesday. Because that's when we start back up with the things. But, yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay, go. There's nothing to see here. Go. Go. Don't forget to lean and touch your fingers as you look into the camera. What? Don't forget to lean in and touch your fingers as you look into the camera. I don't get that reference. And touch my fingers. My fingers? Fingers? Find yours? I don't know. I'm not sure what that reference is. You'll have to explain that one. Explain it to me like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old. All right, let's get the hell out of here. We got shit to do. Cars that breast. That's broke. There we go.